Good morning. Namaste. And welcome to our second to last session on yoga in preparation for our International Yoga Day, which we're going to celebrate on June 19th, 20th, and 21. And we'll be celebrating, you can get details at the Consulate General of India's website. We're so grateful to them for sponsoring these wonderful sessions, and also to the Art of Living Foundation. I'd like to start by saying Om. We'll chant Om 3 times together, and I'll say a prayer, and then we'll begin our practice. And today we'll be doing yoga asanas, as well as we'll be doing some pranayams and meditation. All are part of the common yoga protocol. So let's take a deep breath in for Om. 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 And feel that peacefulness inside. Feel the effect of the Om on your body, breath, and mind, and your environment. Om unites our body, breath, and mind. And I'll say a short prayer. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahana Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavaditamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And slowly open the eyes. This prayer means, may the teacher and students be excellent. May we enjoy together the fruits of our efforts. May we both be strong in body and mind, and may there be no hatred between us. Om, peace, peace, peace. So yoga means unity, and we're uniting our body with our breath and our mind and our spirit. And we'll use either normal breath, or we'll use Ujjayi breath, a victory breath. And the guidelines are, if you have any injuries or medical condition, please consult your doctor before doing any yoga postures. You know your body, you know its limitations. So respect and honor your body. Yoga makes us more flexible, and we see that many athletes are now using yoga to protect their joints and strengthen their body in a different way than lifting weights does and other exercises. And yoga is much more than an exercise. So another guideline is, when we breathe in, when we're expanding our body, we'll be breathing in. And when we're contracting our body, we'll be exhaling. And I'll be guiding you. So let's do some warm-ups. And let's stand up. And let's start by rolling out our shoulders, exaggerating the movement. You can bend your knees a little bit. And now let's reverse. We hold a lot of stress in our shoulders and also in our hips. And now, tightening our abs, let's bring our hands to our elbows and our elbows together. And let's do some more elbow rotations and shoulder rotations. And now let's reverse. Wonderful. And now let's release our hands down. And now let's take our chin, let's take a deep breath in, let our head fall back, and bring our chin to our chest, exhaling. And bring the head up again, inhaling. And exhale down, chin to chest. Inhaling again, shoulders are back and down. And inhaling up, chin to your chest. And now we'll inhale up to center. And standing very tall, we'll bring our chin to our right shoulder, tucking your tummy. Hips are also tucked under. Knees are soft. Inhaling, let's bring our chin to the left shoulder. You can also lift your toes and grip the mat to engage your inner thighs. Shoulder blades together, lifting and opening your chest up. Inhale back to center. Exhale, chin to right shoulder again. Inhale to center. Exhale to left shoulder. Inhale back to center. And let's bring our right ear to our right shoulder and our left arm out at a 45-degree angle, flexing your hand, fingers pointing toward the sky. And now let's take our right hand and put it on our head, gently stretching the neck and shoulder without straining. Keep breathing and smiling. It's a nice stretch. And let's release and reverse. We don't strain in yoga. Maharishi Patanjali said, Sthiram Sukham Asanam. We make an effort to get into a pose, but then we relax there. And when we relax, we become more flexible, our muscles release, and we can go deeper into the pose. And we also relax the mind there. And let's release. And we'll bring our chin to our chest, and we'll do rotations to the right. Breathing in and out, being aware of every breath, and being aware of every point in the circle. We'll do 2 in each direction, 2 rotations. Completing this one, you can reverse. Yoga helps train the mind to be in the present moment. Normally, the mind is swinging between the past and the future, feeling guilty about the past or glorifying the past. Completing this round, inhale up, or we're feeling anxious about the future. And yoga brings back that centeredness. Yeah. So now let's do some hip rotations. Toes are pointing forward and the feet are hip distance apart. And now let's exaggerate, moving the hips from side to side and back. And let's reverse. One more. Good. Back to center. Let's bring our feet together. Bend our knees. Put your palms on your thighs without any weight there. And now let's do some knee rotations. And reverse. Good. And inhale up. And now we'll do some trunk rotations, Kati Chakrasana. And we'll raise our arms, inhaling halfway. And now we'll pretend that we're holding a box. And we'll also keep our hips forward for this first part. Don't move your hips. And now we'll exhale, bringing our arms to the right, holding our box. And we're going to extend our arms and look over our right shoulder. We're standing tall. You can grip the mat with your toes. Abs are tight. Hips are tucked under. Standing tall. And now let's release our hips. Take a deep breath in. And we'll twist more to the right. Don't strain. Doesn't matter how far you twist. And looking over your right shoulder. And inhale back to center. Now, lock your hips again. Keep them forward. And take a breath in here. And we'll exhale to the left, holding that box. Again, abs are tight. Hips are tucked under. Looking over your left shoulder. Inhale here. Release your hips. Looking over your left shoulder. Standing very tall. And inhale back to center and relax down. So now let's do another, just a quick stretch. Feet are wide, and let's lean up to the right and down and up to the left. Just stretching a little bit more, warming up these muscles. Okay, and come back down. And now we'll do the Ardha Chakrasana. This is a half back bend. So let's put our hands, actually I want to start with Tadasana first. Standing with the feet a few inches apart, and we'll do an upward stretch. So we'll interlock our fingers in front, and now we'll switch them, and we'll come up with our hands flipped. Our palm is to the ceiling. So palm to the ceiling, standing tall, and now come up on your toes. This posture is so good for lengthening the spine, It's good for posture issues. It's good for digestion and balance, of course. And let's come down. And now let's do the Ardha Chakrasana. We'll have the hands in the small of the back, feet hip distance apart. Inhaling and arch your back, opening your chest, tightening your abs. And slowly inhale up. Now we'll do a reverse posture. And this posture is Padahastasana. We'll inhale and lift the arms all the way up. And keep your arms on either side of your head. Standing tall, tighten your abs. Grip the mat with your toes. And now we're going to lean a little bit back, but keep your arms on either side of your head by your ears. And now inhale here, lifting up. And now we'll exhale, keeping your head between the arms. We're going to lean forward, pushing our hips back, reaching forward. Slowly reaching forward and down. And you can place your hands on the mat alongside your feet. Relax your head and shoulders. Grab onto your thighs or the back of your calves and see if you can pull yourself down a little more without straining. Bring your hips and the back of your knees up to the ceiling. Your head towards the floor. Without straining. And now release your hands and bring your arms on either side of your ears. And inhaling, we're going to reach forward, pushing our hips back. Slowly, in a controlled way, we're coming up, lifting up, and slightly back. And relax the arms down. And just notice how much taller you feel right now. And now, we'll have our feet very wide. And we'll bring our left foot or our back foot in. And our right foot or our forward foot, we're going to make that parallel to the mat. Standing tall. And we'll make sure that our hips are parallel to the mat. And we're going to push the wall. Pushing to the right over your forward foot. Just leaning to the side. Abs are tight. And now we'll bring the forward hand or the right hand down. Keep your palm facing me. And now bring your back arm or your left hand up. Looking at that back hand. It's important that we're just in one plane. We're not leaning forward or back. Abs are tight. And we're lengthening our arms in opposite direction. And now feel like someone's pulling you up. And we'll do the warrior pose. Don't let your knee go beyond your ankle. So if you need to, you can move your foot forward or your back foot back. And we'll make our hips now parallel to the mat. And you can see your knee wants to come in, but don't let it come in. Open your chest, arms like a T. Look over your right hand. Opening your chest, tightening your abs. Notice you have all the strength and determination of a warrior. Consciousness changes. And now let's change our feet. And let's make our hips parallel to the mat, very tall and centered. And let's push the wall. Both knees are straight. You can grip the mat with your toes. That engages your thighs. And now let's bring that right hand down. That left hand down, left hand down, your forward hand down, and your back hand or your right arm up. And we're reaching in opposite directions. Opening your chest. Relax your lower back. Looking up at your right hand. Keep your right shoulder and hip pushed back. And now let's come up. Feeling someone is pulling you up. And let's come into the warrior posture. Again, having our hips parallel to the mat. Chest is open. Arms like a T. Don't let your forward knee or left knee go beyond your ankle. And we can sit down here. Notice the shift in your consciousness in this posture. You have all the determination of a warrior. Make sure you're centered. We're not leaning. And now let's straighten our forward knee. And let's bring our feet forward. And let's walk our feet together. And now let's have our feet about hip distance apart. Toes are pointing forward. Grip the mat with your toes. Feel that engagement in your inner thighs. Inhale. And let's have our hands half distance up. And bend the knees. Push your hips back. Let's have a seat. This releases the tension in the lower back. Let's sit down a little farther, pushing your hips back, lengthen your spine and neck. Inhale up a little and come down more. And let's come all the way down. And we'll sit in Vajrasana. This is called the lightning bolt pose or the thunderbolt pose, people call it also, and the diamond pose. It's wonderful for digestion. I'm sitting on my heels. And now what we'll do is we'll sit down and we'll bring the soles of our feet together. And we'll bring our heels as close to us as possible. And we'll hold on to our feet, our toes, or ankles. And we'll flap our butterfly wings. In addition to greater flexibility of hips and thighs, this posture brings a lot of inner calm. So let's relax our legs, stop the movement, and just feel that inner calm that this posture creates. And relax and open the eyes. And now let's sit back in Vajrasana. And we'll do another pose called Shishak Asana. And that means the hare pose or the rabbit pose. And what I've done, we're in Vajrasana, and then we'll open up our knees so that they're outside the mat without straining. Just open them as wide as you can. And our big toes are touching. So we're sitting on our heels. And then we're going to come down on our mat. We're going to bring our chin to the mat. So we're going to slide our arms forward, exhaling, and bring our chin to the mat. And if you can't bring your chin to the mat, you can lift your hips off, and then you can bring your chin to the mat and slide back and sit back down on your heels. And once in this posture, you can inch your arms forward. This is so good for opening up the chest. It's good for anger and stress. And now let's slide our arms forward and gently push ourselves up. And now we'll do the upward frog pose. That is Uttana Mandukasana. And so we'll inhale, keeping our legs the same way, lifting the arms up. And now bring your right hand to your left shoulder and your left hand to your right shoulder. Chin is straight, parallel to the floor. Abs are tight. And keep breathing here, opening your chest. This is so good for opening the chest up. It's good for immunity and posture. And relax. And let's bring our knees together. And we'll sit down and we'll do the Ardha Matsyendrasana, or it's also called Vakrasana. So there's 3 ways to do this posture. And the first way is just bending your right knee. And we'll take our left elbow around that knee and our right hand behind us, stretching, twisting around, looking behind. If you can take your left arm and grab onto your ankle on the outside of your foot. Another way to do it is having your right foot on the outside of the left leg. And the third way is to bring your right heel to your right hip, and then your left arm around the knee or grabbing onto the ankle. And let's reverse. And we'll do the other side. Left hand behind you, right arm around the left leg that's bent. And if you can, take your right arm outside that left leg and grab onto your ankle and twist. Wonderful. And now let's come down onto our belly. And we'll do the Ardha Shalabhasana, the half locust. And what we'll do is we'll take a deep breath in, feet are together, hands are alongside the hips, palms facing up. Take a deep breath in. And exhaling, let's lift our right leg up, extending the right leg and the spine, chin is on the mat. And relax down. Take a deep breath in. And exhaling, lift the left leg. And relax down. Now let's make fists with our hands and put our fists underneath our pelvis. Take a deep breath in, feet are together. And exhaling, lift both legs up. Lengthening your legs and the spine. And relax down, release your hands. And let's come to our backs. And let's bend our knees. And let's bring our heels to our hips, hip distance apart. Take a deep breath in. And exhaling, let your knees fall to the left. Have your arms like a T. And we'll look to our right. If you want a deeper stretch, you can bring your right heel to your right hip closer and your left foot on your knee. Feel the stretch in your right hip. And let's reverse the posture. Knees are falling to the right side. And if you want a deeper stretch, bring your left heel to your left hip and your right heel on your left knee, looking to the left. Keep breathing here. Feel the stretch in the left hip now. And let's release the posture. And let's scoot down on the mat if you're at the very top of the mat. And let's bring our heels close to our hips again. Hands are flat on the floor alongside your feet. Knees are pointing up. And now notice the curvature of your spine, of your lower back. And keep that. And now tighten your abs. And if you can, we'll come up into the bridge pose, Setu Bandhasan. So shoulders are firmly on the mat. Curvature of your spine is there and your abs are tight. And push up. Weight is on your heels and on your shoulders. Keep your abs tight. That protects your lower back. And now your arms can either be behind you, stretched behind you, or they can be holding onto your ankles or clasped underneath your hips. See if you can come up a little higher without straining. Keeping your abs tight and the curvature of your spine there. And let's release the pose. And now straighten your left leg and bend your right knee towards your chest and bring your nose up to greet it. This is Pavanmuktasana. And now lengthen your right leg, straighten your right leg up, holding on to it behind the calf and flex and point your foot. And now let's release that leg down, inhaling, and then exhaling, bring your left knee into your chest and your nose to greet it. And now straighten your left leg up and flex and point your foot, your left foot, holding on to your calf. And let's release that leg down. And now with your hands alongside your hips, let's lift up our leg and lift our arms up, Uttana Padasana, reaching for your feet. Abs are tight. Keep breathing. Feet are flexed. And now let's release our hands and our chest. And slowly, in a very controlled way, let your legs come down, keeping your abs tight. And now let's separate our legs. Hands, palms are face up alongside us. And we'll rest in Shavasana. Deep breath in, and we'll hum 3 times. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Take a deep breath in and let it go. And take your attention to your right foot, right knee, right thigh, and hip, the whole of the right leg. Deep breath in and relax and let go. Take your attention to your left foot, left knee, thigh, and hip, the whole of the left leg. Deep breath in and relax and let go. Take your attention to your abdomen, stomach, and chest. Deep breath in and relax and let go. Take your attention to your shoulders, right arm and left arm, throat and neck, face and head. Take your attention to the whole body. Deep breath in and relax and let go. Notice the state of your mind right now. And slowly and gradually, you can roll to your right side and we'll come back to a seated position. And I'd like to teach you a pranayam. And this pranayam is very good for everyone. It's called the bee breath or Brahmari. And we're going to couple it with the Shanmukhi mudra. And we'll sit inside for meditation for a very short time, too short, but. And what we'll do, Brahmari is humming, basically, like a bee. And the Shanmukhi mudra puts our little finger under our lips, ring finger between our nose and our lips, our middle finger on our nose, our index finger on our eyes or the bone above our eyes, in case you're afraid of poking yourself. And our thumb is on our thumb is on the tragus, which is the little piece of cartilage on the outside of your ears. And so what we'll do is we're going to hum 5 times and we'll pulse our fingers. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. And relax the hands and notice the effect that this has on your body and mind. Shanmukhi mudra with Brahmari brings all the senses inside. It retrieves them to the self. Notice the peace that you feel, the quieting of the mind. And slowly and very gradually, in your own time, you can open the eyes. This is a great technique to reduce anxiety. And I'd just like to invite you to come to the website of the Consulate General of India and find out about the events that we have for International Yoga Day on June 19th, June 20th, and June 21st. Thank you so much for joining, and namaste. You can also join us on Thursday, and we'll do our yoga, and I'll lead you in uh, another pranayam and guided meditation. So I hope you can join us. Namaste.